Interesting. You say carpet bomb women and children.
Those are your words.
No, actually.
I added the women and children because that's what you're going to be doing when you carpet bomb somewhere.
Sir, let me respond to you. It's interesting that you added women and children because your candidate, Donald Trump, came out and said he would order our military to kill the women and children, the wives and children of terrorists, which is a war crime. When he was asked in the debate, what about when soldiers don't want to commit a war crime and murder women and children? He's the one who said women and children. He said, I will tell them to do it and they will obey me. I'll tell you, anyone who served in the armed services, a president who thinks he's going to order American soldiers to commit war crimes is a president who doesn't respect the fighting men and women of this country.
Right.
What I said is we're going to carpet bomb ISIS. We're going to target the terrorists, take out their infrastructure, take out their command and control, take out their oil refineries. Nobody would target women and children except for a bully like Donald Trump. Sir,
that's right.
I respect your right to speak, but I'm also going to say in America, we are a nation that is better than anger and insults and cursing and rage. And I believe the people of Indiana have a common sense, good judgment that we want real solutions.
Everybody vote Trump!
Ted Cruz is going to stay in the race even if he loses the state to Donald Trump tomorrow, which the polls suggest he will, potentially by a very big number. Listen to the words Cruz chooses here.
I am in for the distance as long as we have a viable path to victory. I am competing to the end, and the reason is simple. Listen, this isn't about me. It isn't about Donald Trump. It isn't about any of the candidates. This is about our country and our future.
A viable path to victory. What exactly is a viable path to victory? He repeated that phrase again and again today. We've heard him say it in multiple networks. Viable path. Donald Trump has already blocked Ted Cruz from winning the nomination outright, and the billionaire New Yorker told Chris Wallace yesterday the race is already over.
It's over. Cruz cannot win. He's got no highway. He's got nothing. He's way behind. I'm leading him by millions and millions of votes, and I'm leading him by 400 or 500 delegates. He can't win.
Well, if Donald Trump wins Indiana tomorrow, he could reach the 1,237 delegates he needs before the convention. Some political analysts are predicting the state may be the last stand for Ted Cruz. Because if Donald Trump gets 1,237 delegates, does that eliminate Ted Cruz's viable path? Under the rules, it absolutely does. A new poll from the Wall Street Journal and NBC News shows him losing to Donald Trump by 15 points. Would you look at that? And it shows John Kasich at 13%, even though he stopped campaigning in Indiana as part of that whole Team Kasich thing. That said, combine Cruz and Kasich for Kasich, and Trump still wins in that poll. Of course, that never really seemed like much of an alliance in the first place, that whole Kasich thing. Kasich said he would not tell supporters not to vote for him, but Kasich was just part of Ted Cruz's plan to win Indiana. He campaigned heavily across the state, got the endorsement from its governor, did that whole announcement of Carly Fiorina as his hypothetical running mate, and then Ted Cruz blinked. On Saturday, he skipped a full day of campaigning in Indiana to speak at the state Republican convention in California. It holds its primary more than a month from now. And as I mentioned, Cruz claimed that contest will decide who becomes the Republican nominee. Truth is, tomorrow could be the key, just like Ted Cruz was saying before the polls altered his narrative. Carl Cameron is live in South Bend, Indiana, where Donald Trump is set to hold a rally tonight. And Carl is next.
You both have a perfect driving record.
Until one of you clips a food truck.
Then your rates go through the roof. Perfect.
For drivers with accident forgiveness, Liberty Mutual won't raise your rates due to your first accident.